This is the Sim Pit. This is Michi here from ACR Zakspeed, and it is round 10 of the F1 2018 career mode season I'm just doing. And yeah, we've started to draw up a little bit of a win streak, so to say. So, whoops. We have won the last 3 consecutive races in our F1 2018 career mode, and especially the last one, the last win was definitely an unexpected one, since yeah, we had a lot of bad luck in qualifying with the car not being ready, as we had a fuel pump or a fuel system issue. I kind of forgot exactly what it was. However, we couldn't really run the qualifying there, so that was massive disadvantage, wasn't it? And yeah, we now hope for some better improvement of the team in that perspective. Nice sound lags already. So this game has been updated to version 106, and I'm not really happy with its performance right now. Since I do think we will run another race without without engineers. We will see though. Maybe the engineer's voice somehow reappears. So yeah, we're looking good on the rivalries. We already saw all that. We also saw that. It's just a little bit of a mess that things
Fantastic podium.
start all
well
over
done.
again. So fantastic
Keep
podium,
like
well done. Keep
rest of the
pushing like
season.
this for the rest of the season. However, I'm not hearing anything of them. So that is something entirely broken in the game meanwhile, and it really, really hampers me. This is pissing me off so much, basically. Alright, so I need to first see what is work in progress. So we have a chassis weight reduction, aerodynamics is working, the powertrain guys are working. So the only thing I would look into right there is an upgrade in the gearbox reliability. We will get that for Britain, I think, already, which is the next race. And so we go straight ahead into this weekend. Oh, Darkland, yeah, that is honestly, that is for me news of the day. Kimi Raikkonen to leave Ferrari to swap places with Leclerc. First of all, massive hats off to Leclerc to be a Ferrari driver being 20 years old. I think that is a massive, massive achievement. We can expect a lot of him in the future. The thing is, if I would have been in Kimi Raikkonen's position, I probably would have stopped racing at that point. I gonna see him in a very bad position in Sauber this year, but oh well, it's his decision. We can't deal with that. It's his job to do that. Right, as we look, we have, oh dear, the engine power oil combustion. Why is it always the engine power that fails? That is so bad news for us, because that will keep the weather forecast all dry. That will keep the engine or powertrain department busy, despite we can work on something different right here. Oh, this is bad. Right, leaves us with 100 points. So they should go and do some back-to-back research, whereas we are going straight ahead into free practice 1 right there, and go on with our usual programs.
Welcome to Silverstone, home of Formula One racing in Great Britain, where shortly we're expecting the cars to appear for today's practice session.
Alright, here we are. Load up the setup. The sound is extremely laggy. I do not know by all means why that is the case. Yeah, this game is losing more and more performance the older it gets, it seems. It's like a car, like a real car. Alright, the first time this year we're gonna have the hard compound attached to the car, going out for track acclimatization. Hey Martin, I agree, Sauber definitely does need experienced driver, and Kimi Räikkönen is definitely one that to help them there, in that perspective. However, I was just saying this out of the position of Kimi Räikkönen, whether I would be not sure in position of Kimi Räikkönen whether I would have done that step. It's done now anyway, he did it, so will be interesting to see. I'm really looking forward to see Sauber growing and becoming stronger even more next year then. And what you just said there, Darkland, about Leclerc and Ferrari. Leclerc has been in the trainee program of Ferrari all the time. It's more than just a logical consequence that he is now driving from a Ferrari, and furthermore, I think he absolutely deserves this spot. He has done massively top jobs in that Sauber this year, and he proved himself racing in lower series in the past. So Ferrari just wanted to see him perform in the Formula 1, and I think he just did outstandingly good. Could be the case F1's got Golf. I haven't seen the contract, but yeah, it might actually be the case. Alright, we start our track acclimatization program. We missed turn 3. Other than that, everything is purple so far, which is good. What? Only green? Okay. Chain 5 corners, that is a team objective being met. Cops corner. Considerably easy here. Oh, this is great fun. Already hit the green. I'm pretty sure we can do purple. Oh, we're missing 10 points. Okay. Here we go then. Or we don't. No, we don't. So we turn down the engine to go for the third try. Well, Darkland, to be honest, I don't want Fernando Alonso to leave Formula 1 anyway, but what can you do? So we take it a little like easy on the engine since we have to do an additional lap. Yes, I think it was Sergio Marchionne, that guy before his death already decided what Ferrari will do in the end of the year. And despite management has changed there now, it was more than people like saying, okay, this was the final will of our big boss. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. I think that is what happened just there. Oh god damn it, I just want to have a track once where I nail everything purple. Looks like I'm not gonna make it again. Okay, just did it, that is good. Track acclimatization program complete. Oh, once in a lifetime I need to score the maximum points in that challenge. Maybe I'm gonna do it at some point. Darkland, to be honest, right now I think a Ferrari spot is way too high seen, prestigious wise. You know, I know we're talking about Ferrari and all that, but why would you say is a Ferrari spot deservable to someone over the other one? If you have a massive talent, you know, if Mick Schumacher comes in as surely one of the most impressive talents here in Germany, so Mick Schumacher, son of Michael Schumacher, does he deserve a Mercedes cockpit or a Ferrari cockpit according to his name? Does he deserve it according to his performance? Oh shit. Does he deserve it according to his performances? You know, whoever deserves a cockpit and where, I think, is a question of the teams. To me, Leclerc definitely deserves a cockpit in Ferrari because he's doing outstanding stuff with that Sauber. Ericsson is not one of those bad drivers anyway. And meanwhile though, Leclerc is beating him every single time. So I think Ferrari is just about risking, get the top driver in there for years, and that is absolutely worth being tried. That is my personal opinion on that. As we head on with average tyre management wear, so the medium compound will be chosen for that. We drive out of the pits.
Checks complete. We're ready.
Yeah, Twiggy. This rattling makes me so rageous on that F1 2018. It's a joke. Yes, everyone's got gold. That's just another point. Half of the grid, meanwhile, is being becoming pay driver. And think about it this way: Leclerc is a lot cheaper than Raikkonen for sure, and also for sure, Leclerc has not a lot less skill than Kimi Raikkonen. I'm not talking about experience right now, but driving skill. Leclerc is just, I consider Leclerc as being one of the future top drivers, just like Verstappen once he starts learning. There's two reasons for that not to happen. The first is Hamilton will dictate Mercedes to not do that. The second is Vettel never feels fine when the teammate is just as good as him. See, as at Red Bull, when he had Mark Webber as a wingman at Red Bull, and he had the clear #1 position, everything was good. The year after Webber, Daniel Ricciardo came up and he was like, nope, I'm not going to be pushing #2 position right there. He won over Vettel like 2 or 3 or 4 times at the beginning of the season. So the Red Bull officials said, no, there's no #1, there's no #2. And what did Vettel do? He ran off to Ferrari, who dropped Fernando Alonso. And compared to Massa or Raikkonen, he just had to prove once that Vettel was a better driver than Kimi Raikkonen. He did so, get into this first driver spot, and actually stayed there. Oh dear, I need to push a lot harder here, it seems. 8-10. Okay, that lap's probably not going to be it. Well, it was perfect tyre saving, wasn't it? So just get up the speed a bit. Twiggy, I agree with you. Every single time Vettel was being in the hunted position or in the defending position in a championship fight, he lost out. Simply couldn't stand the pressure. And also when being in the hunt, he's not really good in that perspective as well. But that just might be my personal opinion. So this time the lap is looking a lot better. Yeah, well, to be honest, the mid-pack drivers don't defend, since they know against the Ferrari they do not have a chance anyway. so they'd rather not lose time and let people go. Same with the Mercedes.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very
So that
good
is
job.
perfect, this tyre management practice program already done. We've also achieved another team objective. Yeah, you know, but Lewis Hamilton actually had to fight a teammate. Sebastian Vettel won when Mark Webber was the clear number 2. You all remember this quote from Mark Webber here at Silverstone, where he was given the secondary spec part, and he was like, yep, I think that the team's gonna be happy with the result. So, there or thereabouts. Hey Sergey, are we gonna meet up at Sim Racing Expo there? Hope you're doing well. To me, the entire situation has been summed up in that Monza incident. Hamilton really went into high risk mode and tried to pull up a move into turn 3, into turn 4, which was, as I said, highly risky. However, he kept it clean, he kept it according to the rules, it was just on point, he left enough room to Vettel, everything fine from his side. It was a solid move, definitely a world champion's move into that Variante della Roccia. However, Vettel entirely misunderstood and misjudged his situation, desperately wanted to stay in the front, and yeah, he locked up, ran wide, ran into Hamilton, spun around, and then was crying on the radio like saying he didn't leave enough room. That is not really what I consider being ready for a 5th World Championship. No, Darkland, I'm no Hamilton fan by all means. I'm just looking at this very objective, or as objective as I possibly can do it.
Mechanics, please stand clear.
Well, yeah, he didn't need to. But also, Vettel didn't need to defend there, because if the Ferrari really was the faster car, you'd just be smart and let Hamilton pass in that stage to then kill him on the next straight. I just think that when it comes on point, when everything matters, Hamilton is the better driver of these two. Hamilton can be a crying, childish guy too, but when it actually matters, when he needs to be there, when he needs to do those recovery drives, he is always on point. Well, meanwhile, I'm going to do a mid-session save again, and I'm already down into fuel management program. I am expecting this to be easy. In general, those programs are, from the first point of view, not the easiest one. However, they are not really heavily or not really difficult to achieve. What I do need is a bit more of concentration. TQuinLD, thank you so much for the follow up there on Twitch. Right, here we go. Fuel, don't overtake. You muppet. So already 7/10 gap. It will be very interesting whether I will be able to get back on that. Looks like we're back on target. Webber wasn't fighting Vettel at all. There was clear team orders and clear team positions engaged. Remember, they'd still had Ferrari as a threat, so they haven't had time to sort this out team internally anyway. Great stuff, despite this turn 1 incident. Purple straight. Which means we're going back to box. I'm not saying that Vettel is a bad driver, by all means. He is a good one. I mean, despite sitting in a dominant car, you need to be at the top in order to win championships with it. But in my opinion, he's not that good as how many people see him. Yep, I actually agree with Martin Stefanko here. Martin Stefanko, my teammate and friend, he's done a great job in this F1 2017 esports series qualifier and got picked up by Haas Racing, so by Haas F1, I'm sorry. So you guys gonna see Martin Stefanko as being part of the esports series of F1 2018. Massive hats off to him and congrats. You guys are awesome, like swing from one topic to another. Darkland, no one is speaking of hate. Alright, we got 6.5 minutes to go. That means we're gonna do the ERS management. Or the qualifying pace. I'd rather like going for qualifying pace and see what we are about. Schumacher had an amazing car, yes. But Schumacher had this incredible skill in rain and his incredible skill to also be there when it mattered. You guys may want to remember the drive he had in Hungary when it was Ross Brawn on the radio saying, okay Michael, we just need 20 qualifying laps to make this a race win, and he just did 20 qualifying laps and won that race. Of course, also nowadays we have to remind ourselves that half of the victory, probably 70% of the victory, belongs to the team and the car and the engineers behind it. You know, you see right now Fernando Alonso in the McLaren. He simply has no chance whatsoever because McLaren. Put Fernando Alonso in that Ferrari or in the Mercedes and he will be in P1 right now, I'm pretty sure. Well, Schumacher also had some championships to fight for. Probably not those between 2001 and 2004. Alright, here we go. Qualifying program. Oh, I'm so bad in that sector. And I missed that one completely too. So I save up energy and tires for another lap.
Let's try to find a bit more.
A lot better this sector 1. 2.5 tenths up rather than a tenth down. Oh. Shit. Okay, at least we didn't have any damage. Until there, the car, I was just about to say the car is literally flying through these corners. Save up the energy. Well, let's simply try it for the final time.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
not as good as before. Missing good 310 here. Going a bit little too wide out of cops. Need to stop going to the grass there. That kills all my speed, so I have to rerun that program, definitely. Also, since I'm going wide here everywhere, I need a rehearsal on track limits a bit. So we're gonna end up a good 7/10, 6/10 ahead of our target. I don't think this was purple. Came third overall, which is good.
Quick look at the classification. At the
Audi
end of the
coming
session
to
then.
F1.
Here are your
That
top
is
three.
something
Vettel,
really I don't think this could happen. I don't see them in a Formula 1 business. Oh, Martin, I was just about to ask you what you think about this game just yet. So we have... Oh, we purpled it. I didn't expect it to be purple, to be honest. So the number 4 of the practice programs was the qualifying thing. So, okay, if it's purpled, why not? Okay, so we got a 500 and something points, 520. Can we do anything with those? Since we got good morale everywhere. All those parties are busy. Nope, nothing to do here. Department capacity reached. Department capacity reached, and department capacity reached. Well, nothing else to check here then, and go on with practice 2. The practice 2 here will then be the ERS management, another qualifying run, and the race strategy program. So, ERS management, here we go. Well, perhaps I won't do another qualifying run just yet. F1's got all the parts on my car doing very well. Since the fuel system failed last qualifying, and the qualifying was like dry for the first few minutes, and then it started raining, I started that last, and I used that opportunity to change all the engine components in that McLaren. So I got a fresh set of everything since round 9. I got a still considerably okay set of everything else, which I just came from. It has like a 40% of wear. I think the car average was 30%, so still in good shape. And I have also another set of components that have only done one race around Monaco, I think. So that should get me towards the end of the season with any further penalties. I'm not too sure about the gearbox. The gearbox seems been breaking a lot. Maybe this is also due to me downshifting quite fast, which produces a lot of braking momentum and stopping and engine brake. But definitely wears down the gearbox transmission wise. Anyway, here we are in that program, ERS management. This ERS management is one of the heaviest or one of the most difficult programs on this game to me. Well, that is just about right what we do right now. Full tender ahead we are, can put that into medium. 6 tender ahead, and across the line we go in purple. Well, that's just great. Okay, means what we're gonna do next will be the following. We will go out for another qualifying program run. So I'll just get it right once. And then we take this used option for our race strategy program to get the most perfect data of it for that race. I really have problems with Brooklyn today. And usually I know this track very much by heart. Oh, there's actually some dirty air effect on the rear of the car. Yes, I've once got gold from running it on two components, on two compounds. So I'm going to do a qualifying program to simulate the option. Oh shit! This can cost me the race, by the way. This is a 60 kph speed limit, always being used to have it at 80 for Silverstone. So I'm going to use the option for a qualifying run, then the option in the first stint, and the prime, a fresh one for the second stint. So the prime run I'm gonna do in the FP3, so I'll just keep me some practice programs right there, and then we will see. Okay, so the practice program is a soft compound, a new one, that is good. We start that, we drive out. We have 23 minutes to go, so that keeps us enough time for doing the qualifying simulation and then the race program simulation. So we definitely want to get that lap right in the very first time, since we don't want to kill the tyres unnecessarily much. This cold has still got his hands on me. Alright Darkland, enjoy yourself, thanks for the join. Hope you can come back at some later point to see the activities right here. Hey Tusal, thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Mix 3, ERS 4. And here we go. Bit of a slide that was costly. As you see, the timer going backwards a lot now. Nearly lost it. Better attempt though. 8.5 tenths ahead of target time. Please Gosling, move out of the way. Alright, estimated position third, maybe that's even, no, it isn't enough for pole position, but anyway, we don't need provisional pole right there. All we need now is come back to the pits, don't harm the tyre a lot, let Bottas by. And go out for the race strategy program. Oh, Tusal, that is nice to know. I just had one video in between. I had the Austrian Grand Prix in between, where I got a failure in the fuel system at the start of qualifying, which took me a 5-minute repair time out of an 18-minute session. And once I was able to leave the garage, then the rain fell down, and yeah, I was forced to start that last. However, due to a great start, I was able to recover and win that race even, which was even a surprise to me. I don't know whether you can see the videos on demand there on Mixer, but if you're interested in how things went, feel free to join that YouTube. You find me there as Michi Hoyer. This damn pit lane, for God's sake. You find me there as Michi Hoyer, and they're definitely the videos on demand, so you can have a look into it. Oh, F1 Scott Golf, that is basically a decision no one can take for you. I basically would recommend Intel. I always had Intel CPUs and never had an issue with it. And I'm not aware of how good AMD is meanwhile, and what's AMD's quality in that perspective. Right, okay, here we go. Race strategy program. Don't want to have the medium, want to get the soft, have the remaining 12 or 14 laps in, so that is the perfect simulation tyre as we drive out.
Car ready to leave.
And what is very important to me, I will race always in mix 3 and ERS deploy either 1 or 2. Because according to this simulation right here, that is what the engineers gonna take as a reference for the fuel calculation of the fuel needed for the race. F1 YTK, thank you so much for joining. Thank you also for producing that video with the official F1 to FX. I really love that tune, so thank you for providing me, and also thank you for allowing me to use it. Well, then you may want to go with the AMD Razor. I absolutely understand your concern in that perspective there. But once again, that's totally up to you, whatever you want. Alright, Tussal, are you doing multiplayer or are you doing AOR? Okay guys, here we go. Race strategy program. Oh, it's all nice there, F1. Feel free to link me if you want. Definitely wouldn't harm. And I can give you a shout out on that music whenever I can. My account name, well, account name on what? Tussal. I do not have an Xbox, I only do have PC. So Steam account or a YouTube account. What name you're looking for? As we're gaining on Hartley quite heavily. So try to dodge this dirty air somehow. Just trying to have a great exit. I'm not going to turn up the engine. That was a good pass though. I'm sorry, I do not have an Xbox account, since I do not have an Xbox. Alright, 4.29% of tyre wear. Let's see whether we can turn that down a little by driving a little smoother. Since we now are in clean air, we should have possibility to do so. I do have Steam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, email address, whatever you want to basically, but I don't have Xbox, I'm sorry. Oh dear. Alright, Tussauds, see you there. Good luck. Oh, no worries, F1 buddy. Credit who credit dooms, so since you did that affix of the official F1 sounds, I need to give some credit to that, obviously, since you did the work, and I appreciate the possibility of being able to use it. No F1 Scott Golf, that definitely didn't help the tyres, that's for sure. But it wasn't a valid lap anyway, so I will see how it is displayed later in the debrief. As this lap is looking a lot better again. Generally, I do have a good feeling about this upcoming race. I like Silverstone a lot. It's a very wide track. Need to be precise though. 5.24% now on the tyres here. That is a lot. Oh, there you go. Where are you from France, by the way? Since I'm living very closely to the France border here in Germany. I live 10 kilometers east of Strasbourg. F1 Scott Wolf, no, I haven't tried any telemetry on this game just yet. I'm not sure whether I'm going to, basically, since I'm not really planning to do it offline. Ja, ich spreche Deutsch, weil ich bin aus Deutschland. Just below 5% here, that is great. So, just got another lap to do and score purple. This time I really have to do the 5 laps to be optimal. Where are you basically from? Are you living at the German border there in Alsace? Because many of you French people are really getting that fluid German due to the history of both areas. So that might just be a chance. Yeah, I hear you. Alright there, F1, see you, thank you for joining. So, if we just master them final 2 turns without major issues, we will have another set of data ready for our engineers. Oh, you're actually from Germany? I thought you were from France for for some reason. Alright, F1, feel free to check out my social media there down in the description and have some talk later if you want. Would be interested in what you do, as I need to put the car into lean. I will probably run out of fuel though anyway. Ah, you meant French fries. Okay, there we go. That got lost in translation then. Wow, Cops is just flat.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Low fuel mode engaged. That means Cops will be flat out as well, because simply no fuel left. I'm very much interested to see how the data is now being looked at from engineer's point of view, and how this spin is being taken into account. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might not be taken into account at all, but I might be wrong. We're gonna see in a minute, and that also marks the end of free practice 2. Actually, it was taken into account, and it didn't harm the tire as bad as I thought it would be.
Our best lap so far is a 1:28.7.
Few results. So the lap times pretty much were okay. We're operating in the right window. Also, the tire wear factor is less than expected. That is a good result on that then. Team objectives all are met. I think we have all resource points gathered that are possible, which means we're gonna leave free practice 2 in good condition. And that brings me up towards my little gimmick. It's end of FP2, which means end of the Friday test sessions. The McLaren is a little bit down the order again, I think, since the track really not favors the car a lot. So we're looking for a top 5, top 10 result rather than a win, but we never know. So we have a look. Laps completed. Disciplinary record is really bad. Done some further practice programs. 615 points. I think that means we can get on another reliability upgrade, or we just save up the points and start to develop new parts after the next Grand Prix. Since I think this is the second race already, that means from the contract, score 24 Drivers' Championship points. That is completed because we won last time around, which gives us 25 points. Means we will receive another 500 additional points at the end of this race, no matter what. So that's looking good. Apart from that, we have R&D in progress for Germany and for Hungary, and that means if we save up some points in Germany, we can immediately kick off another resource or research in aerodynamics and powertrain. So that is why we keep up the points here. So as it's Friday to Saturday, I'm gonna grab myself a new coffee before we go on straight then with FP3, the qualifying, and of course the race. And what else will be planned for tonight? That is a chance for me to get out a little promotion of what is going on here. It's week 1 of season 4 in iRacing. So we are going to have some iRacing races coming up tonight. Most likely it's going to be the VRS GT Sprint Series. I've already worked on a setup for that race, which is taking part around the Nürburgring circuit. So it is a perfect way of getting prepared, because on the Sim Racing Expo, which is coming up this weekend as well, we are going to participate in the GT500, which basically will be held at the Nürburgring in iRacing as well. So that means I can get some more feel. I can get a feel for whether our drivers will have a good setup, stuff like that. So that is pretty much perfect. And a good program to start with. That is going to happen probably right after this stream immediately, and maybe we're going to have even 2 races, because I am off work, so I can do a lot of stuff into the middle of the night, which makes me considerably happy, as you might expect. So this is great stuff going on here on this channel right today. It's going to be a very busy week for me. So I'm afraid after Wednesday, this is probably the last time you're going to see me live. And I'm going to schedule some video on demand for the rest of the week. Also, if you follow me up on Facebook and Instagram, you're going to see some nice little footage from the Sim Racing Expo. So there's some little vlog going on. It's not that I will do an vlog itself, but I will keep you guys updated of what's going on here at the Sim Racing Expo, and what I am about to, what I'm on about all day. And I will be back Sunday night. Probably no stream, because it's gonna be midnight or something when I come back and return. And I have work on Monday again, so I need to go to literally quickly to bed then, and care about my duties in real life. But that is just stuff that happens at the end of the week. Right now I'm looking very much forward to the Sim Racing Expo, and I hope to see one of you guys there. I know it's a bit of a bad location in Germany for international people, but at the end of the day, I always find some of you guys right there, which is good to see, which I appreciate. And I'm looking forward to meet people from my community there. So if you have the time, if you have the possibility, mail me at Michi@averageChronicRacing.com and tell me where we're gonna meet. And then I'm pretty sure we can find some spot to have a coffee or have a Coke all together. Anyway, with that being said, coffee is done. That means we can go on with FP3, where we just do another race participation program, race strategy program. Right there. Hey Phoenix. Interesting way to come in here, definitely. Alright, FP3, here we go. Not much to change. I do not know why, but for some reason the up rate just dropped. I got a very wonky internet meanwhile, so I'll need to have some check on what's happening there anyway. Alright, race strategy program, medium tire. I want to have a fresh one. I don't have a fresh one, so I can take the freshest of these sets. To then carry out this strategy program again and look for some good data. so I put it mix 1 just for the in and out lap. So if I look at the clock right now, it's 15 minutes past 8. If we get this race and everything done within a good hour, I got a 15-minute break until I get into the first iRacing race for tonight. So let's see how the schedule pans out in the end. This medium tyre is definitely lacking some grip. I'm not sure whether there was some rain in between or whether the tyres need to warm up. Tom Raker, thank you so much for following here. I appreciate your time. Here we go. Race strategy program started. Mix 3, so we get the right fuel consumption. I think this medium tyre just has a little less grip. Also, track conditions are not very handy. But it's no problem. Well, we're still good in lap time despite we're still red. Just need to go to Cops, Chapels, Mackets and Backets. And then Chapel, and then we should be right on green again. Oh, that was no good of a lap. Only marginal, we make it 3.13 the average tyre wear now. Thank you, Phoenix. I appreciate it. Alonso first. We need to swap that around. Such a good lap so far. For the first time I got club right. Amazing. 3.11. I can still push that down and make it a little less, I think. Little touch into the gravel. Really good through cops. Track limits, that is a fair point. Oh dear.
Okay, super job.
302.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I don't think I can push it below 3. Oh, now I even need to stretch myself a lot to get that lap time into green by the end of the lap. So we're going hard in qualifying mode now, just to make it back. I'm not gonna do it like this. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that. Thanks for your support. So we're pushing hard now to maximize the lap time. Then we have a look whether we got a fresh option tyre to spare. If we got, then we're going for another qualifying simulation before ending free practice 3. Race weather gonna be cloudy but dry as far as the weather forecast is.
Lap gives you P3.
So we're coming back to box this lap, mid-session save beforehand. So with the last lap we even made it ahead of Alonso, which is good.
Low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please.
Oh yeah, box this lap as we're low in fuel. We're already minimum on the engine mode, so nothing to worry on that. Have a little look at the tyre wear itself. Once again the rear tyres are a little bit more worn, but it's no big difference this time, so I'm not really worried. Oh, F1's got goal. I know exactly where you're coming from. Hey Dino, yeah, the game is fun. With every update it gets worse though. Would I recommend it? If you're not going hard on competition and if you're not planning to make this your favorite sim to be played, then probably yes. Because it's given me some fun. It would definitely give me a lot of headache if I would go hard for competition and for realism and all that stuff. You know, you're doing a formation lap and Pierre Gasly slows down and 4 of the 5 AI cars ahead of you are starting ghosting, and then Gasly is being disqualified from the race and you're like, what? But oh well, what you want to do there. So with a medium tire we haven't been that bad, have we? Toggle the compound. Oh well, it's difficult to say, but the average lap time was a 31.08 on the on the medium, and with the super soft, yeah, we were below 30.8. So yeah, there is not much difference in the tires at all. Anyway, we're gonna have a look for qualifying pace and see. There is no super soft, no soft tire available, so we skip this, and let this time count down as we're going directly into qualifying then.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top 3, who are Hamilton, Hülkenberg and Kimi Räikkönen. That concludes an interesting...
So a good second gap we had there, it's not too bad. So oh well, there wasn't a lot of practice or yeah, results points to be gathered anyway. You get 60 or something. So we got messages, good luck on that today. Weather forecast is yeah, cloudy but dry. We've seen this. Yeah. Secondly, the pit lane. It's a slow speed limit and the line is very early. Don't get yourself being penalized. Whoopsie! We nearly did that twice then. Okay. Anyway, qualifying, here we go. I need a new keyboard for God's sake.
Here we are then, waiting for the green light to get qualifying underway for the...
Alright chaps. Session info. Nothing to worry. Fuel wise. Minimum. Go back. Go back. And then we go out. Yep. And we drive out.
Engine fired, we're set.
And then we focus ourselves and get ready. We got 3 tries altogether. Don't want to go for additional laps into first place because that would just harm the rubber for your race then. Because I'm definitely expecting to be up in the top 5. well, top 10 is what matters, so I'm definitely thinking of being at the top 10. Like P5, P4, something around there. Alright, chaps. Around cops we go. Engine program max, overtake.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
This is just awesome. Sorry guys. I would get a 5 grid penalty if being impeding like that. Boxes lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Oh, it's just awesome. So here, Dino, if you're still watching, that is exactly my point. You would go furious. If that would happen in an open lobby, if you do it in sim racing on a qualifying, that guy would be protested and probably even been penalized by league administrations. Just absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome impeding there. Right, so we're back at the pits. Not sure whether I want to go on the same compound out again. Probably it's the best I can do just to shoot myself in. So I go to track and drive out immediately.
Personnel be aware. Car leaving.
As we got a double-digit minutes left in the session anyway. Should I go and impede yourself as well, you muppet? And then he brake checked me into into turn 4 again. Okay, here we go then. Mix 4. Bad turn 1. Bad turn 3. Oh, this lap is for trash already. Oh no.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Okay. I'm taking it. Can't help it. I might just smash it into the wall later anyway. Usually I should now go again from the back. Yep.
That's giving you P14, 7th row of the grid.
That was obvious. Alright, we need to get our head together again.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
P15. I can't even remember what I did in the qualifying program, lap time wise, because that is really what I should be able to do then. Especially with a maximum mix. So I will get into pits and we'll get a fresh piece of softs. Okay. That means 7 minutes remaining. Set up. Fresh set of tires. Escape. Now I'm not allowed to lose a lot of time. Oh dear. Yeah, wrong button. I didn't want to drive out to let him do the outlook. Whatever. That just leaves us with too much fuel in the car now. Maybe a bad position. Yeah, and also 4 minutes 40 left. So it took over 2 minutes. It might be our final try already. So we better make this count. Could be worse. Oh dear, that slide.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
P7.
That's put you into P7.
Got 3 minutes of qualifying left. Yeah, but no chance for another lap. Well, it's gonna be P7 then it seems. Or something even worse. I hate it so much when I misclick my buttons. Usually I would have crossed the line for the flying lap with 5 minutes to go, and then I would have 3:30 left right now, which would give me enough time for going out again. I'm just trying out the glitch now and go for box and see whether they send me out. Despite no time left anyway. Oh, but it's pointless. Anyway. Yeah, P7 is just bad. So Ocon killed my first lap, I killed my second lap, and the third lap literally has been killed by myself as well. I don't think there's much time missing. Sorry. Let's simply have a look. take
Okay,
this
just so it's in
compound,
your
go,
mind, if you have us make a setup change
go
and you
to
don't
track,
like the feel, don't
insufficient
hesitate
time.
to come
Okay,
back and undo it.
well,
You can save any setups that you like from the tablet, or you can always use one of the presets the team has built from our simulation
I'll
data.
misclick myself
Standing
just
by.
again. Oh, I'm on a real roll now. So I'm misclicking myself so often in qualifying already that I basically can't do bad in the race. That would be the conclusion of it. There we go.
Sorry about that. Just wasn't our day.
So I left the pits on the red. Will that give me a penalty
So
now?
qualifying is complete and we're all set for an
No.
exciting race tomorrow.
So I
Your
out-qualified
top three
Alonso,
are Hamilton,
which is good.
Vettel and Valtteri Bottas.
Mr. Tarman, thank you so much for your join. Alright, chaps. This means we're good to go. For that race. So, Mr. Tarman, thank you so much for joining. Good news on the rivalries, though. So we're leading them all the way up. So we're targeting the podium right here. Result versus car performance, 10 additional points, which is good. Yeah, it's not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, anyway.
Tough luck there.
Here we go.
Quite where we'd want to be on the grid.
It was a bit of a mess this race, qualifying, but anyway, we're going up into the race now. Having a chance to prove that we can do better. Here we are.
We're right
in
back
this
where it all began. The very first World Championship
Silverstone
Grand Prix was held here at Silverstone in 1950. With Giuseppe. Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis
Starting
Hamilton
grid.
lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting.
Yes, Phoenix, I'm
alongside.
quite
Looking
alright,
down
just
rest
the
grid,
cold
we
is
have
still in
Bottas,
touch with me and
Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen.
makes me hustling a lot.
Hulkenberg, Sainz and Kevin Magnussen.
Where are our
Perez,
rivals?
Ocon, Roman Grosjean and
Roman
Leclerc,
Grosjean in
Gasly,
13th. Where is
Ericsson,
Alonso
Brendan
now?
Hartley,
How
and
can they
Sergey
say he
Sorokin.
was penalty free,
Stroll
whereas he
and
got a
Fernando
penalty
Alonso
right
starts
there?
from the back of the grid.
Probably for engine parts or something, though.
Okay, this
Alright.
is the team's home race. We're all relying on you to impress today.
That is the selected strategy. So we extend the soft stint to that. Okay. Select. And then we're ready to go. So now, let's see what the AI brings up this time again.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Let's see if one of the AIs is glitching again. Anyway, going from P7 is not the worst thing that could happen. With P3 in the championship, we've got 35 points gap to Vettel, I think, who started in second. So we're definitely aiming for the podium to limit the damage. After that we have Hockenheim, I think, and then Hungary. And in Hungary I hope to win. The car should be able to perform really good there.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the...
Start could have been a lot worse. I just don't get it. This Renault next to me just started so damn quick. This is one of those races again where the AI is ridiculously quick on the straights.
Is now enabled.
Wow.
Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
2 seconds away from the leader's pace.
red car, they're going to be slow.
I would have loved if Vettel had an issue rather than Raikkonen, but I take that as well. Let's see if they really have a problem or whether this is fake news.
Hamilton's just made a move for first. We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Did I really had a collision with Ricciardo there? I want to see this. Just too far away. So there's Raikkonen slowing down indeed. Time to get him then. Right, note, this is a race where the AI performance on the straights is ridiculous. Raikkonen pits.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Our gap to the car in front is 6.2
seconds to podium. Okay, they're all boxing now. I think we need to box as well then. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
so close.
Go now.
Okay.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
No. Damn. This AI aggressiveness is interesting.
Yellow flag.
So who's out there?
Okay, clear. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh shit.
Hamilton's in first place. The gap to the car ahead is 3.8 seconds.
How long left in the race anyway? 4 laps, I think. Or 5.
seconds.
Oh dear. Seems like there was the connection gone for a split second. Sorry. Got 3 more laps to go. After this one.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
So Raikkonen's technical issues seems to have fixed itself. Shit. Oh no, I'm so done. Yeah. Speaking of done tires,
We're leading our teammate by 19.1 seconds. Gap to car in front is 5.1 seconds.
oh, I'm nearly out of battery.
This is your final lap of the race.
Is this final lap? I think so.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Just need to survive that 1 lap somehow with energy and with fuel. battery's gonna be so dead. Oh dear, oh dear. That was a hard fourth place. Literally, that Britain race was just like Bahrain again. Yeah, that was just scary. Their pace on the straight was ridiculously fast.
And after this round
like
of the World
really
Championship,
ridiculously
here's how
fast.
things look in the drivers' table.
We've beaten
Well,
Fernando
the gap at the
Alonso
top
lap
of the
time by a
championship has been
10th,
cut
which
down
is very
after a
important.
difficult race today for our
Let's see
championship
about
leaders.
Romain
And now I'd like to
Grosjean.
ask you, Anthony Davidson,
He did
who was
a
your driver of the
31.5,
day?
so that's good for our rivalry, definitely.
Strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
Onto the construction.
So we advance to the next screens. Oh dear.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
I think they're asking about
You
penalties.
gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? You had a few bumps and scrapes today. Who would you say is at fault?
Yep, I think so.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Right. A lot of points. A lot of research points, definitely. Too bad I missed out on the podium finish. But never mind. 7 points ahead of Alonso, 11 points ahead of Grosjean. Can I finish up Grosjean on the next one? No, I don't think so. Just need 2 additional races for that. Oh, the disciplinary record is bad. Race bonus is nice though, and the team goal bonus of 500 as well. Boosts up to 1,755 points. That's perfect. The team goal has been reached. Nice reputation gain everywhere. So what else
exactly
we got?
The kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
So this is it, guys. I think we're just waiting for the next time to go live again, which will be tomorrow, as we're doing around 11. I think it's Germany that comes up. Let me have a look. And what is Germany?
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Not sure yet what's coming up. I think it's Germany what we're about to run next time. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining, and yeah, thank you, Mr. Tarman. Thank you, F1 Scott Golf Gaming. Thank you so much for your kindness to be here, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will need to look at what caused this this connection issue right there. So what else is going on this channel tonight? We do have an iRacing race coming up in, I think, in 3/4 of an hour. I will get up to George Wiseman and see what we're doing and what we're planning, and as soon as I do know, I set the counters. So you guys just need to make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you get a notification when I'm going live again. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. Tomorrow, as I said, there will be another episode of this F1 2018 career mode, round 11. I'm also planning to do more iRacing tomorrow, and then Thursday to Sunday are going to be gone for Sim Racing Expo. So you want to make sure you subscribe to the Patreon program, you subscribe to the Facebook channel, to Twitter, to Instagram, wherever you want to get in touch with me and see what's happening there at Sim Racing Expo, as I got some exclusive footage ready for you from there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and I see you guys out on track.